So that was a preamble in order to tell you what frame of mind I was in at the time the war started. What background I came from. People that, like me, I wasn't that too much different from other guys that went into the Army. We had paper routes in order to get the cash we needed, because for the most part, money wasn't that plentiful in the typical American home in those years. We were still at the end of a depression.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one thing you've noticed about me, that especially my shoes, they seem to last forever. Then you were very careful of shoes because they were very expensive and you had to take care of them because you couldn't afford all that you wanted.
Right. Do you think that frame of mind
had a lot to do with the kind of mindsets young men had to have in order to go to war?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Not that they deliberately had a depression to get us ready for war.
No.
It just sort of works that way. That, let's put it this way. I think the trouble today with young men going into the service in order to fight this thing in Iraq, one of the things that keep them from doing so is they have too much to give up.
It's a comfortable life.
Oh, they don't want to leave their car behind, or cars, or homes, and cottages, and boat. Things like that, in my day, did not exist.
Right.
You bought a car then for $777. And that could be only afforded by people who had two breadwinners in the family. And when you got that car, you gave up all the desserts for a year. So this is the way it worked.
Right.
If you needed something, what do we give up to get it?
Right.
Things were sparse. So when the war came along, you had all these young men who were depending on paper routes, or they were ushers and theaters, or they were trying to sell insurance, which nobody could afford, or selling vacuum sweepers from door to door, which nobody could afford. They were glad the Army came along, because for $51 a month, you got all the clothes, you got transportation, you got feed, and a trip around the world.
Yeah.
Aside from the fact that people would be shooting at you.
It's a minor consideration.
It came as a revolting surprise later in life.